Okay, on this next video, we're going to talk about what happens when you do trap and roll, but you lose the position. Maybe you forget about the arm, holding the arm, or your hips just drop. It's a very common thing that happens when people first start mount escaping. So we need to look at what do we do if that happens to you. It's not the end of the world, okay? And being on your side where you're going to end up is one of the best places to be when your teammate is on mount. Because when, especially if you're really thin, it's hard. But if you're like a bigger guy, or let's say you have a belly, if you turn on your side, it's very hard for the person on top to maintain mount. Okay, so let's do it. So you can look at the previous video on how to mount escape. I'm gonna trap. I'm gonna grab the arm. I'm gonna trap the foot. Now let's say I go to mount escape, but when I go to mount escape, he pulls his arm out and he puts his hand on the mat. So look here, there. See how I'm on my side with the intention of doing the first mount escape? I don't want to go back to my back because then I got to start over. I'm already on my side. Just drop and stay on your side, making sure your legs are in between your teammates' legs. How's a way I could get to this if I don't do that? Well, I could put his hands on the mat to make him light, and I could just turn over like I'm going to sleep. I just turn over like I'm going to sleep. Now sit up for me, please. Now here's the big detail. If you let this top arm go past the center of his body, you're in trouble. He's going to get under your arms and your arm is stuck. Sometimes they get the gift wrap. This is just like one of the worst positions to be. You're just stuck here. So if you could just remember that when you turn on your side, to keep your hands, so look at my top arm, it's like a belt. My hand's on his hip and my bottom hand supports it. If you could just do this, they can't submit you. They can't submit your arms. See, he can't come high. Try and go technical mount. He can't. Okay, he can't get under my elbow to expose my arm. There's just nothing he can do. So if you can just remember this and do this, it's going to be very easy to escape. Now look at my bottom elbow. It's inside. It's not out here like this where he can bring his knee under my bottom elbow. Keep the fundamentals. Don't let him get under your elbow and your armpit. Now here we go to escape. The first one I'm going to do is I'm going to scoop his leg. So I go, we'll call this in front. So I'm in front of his foot, next to his ankle, and I use that to pull his ankle inside my leg. So I kind of have a quarter guard, or he has like 3/4 mount. Another option is sometimes, when we're on mount, when we did our mount series, we talked about pinching your feet to your teammate's body. So sometimes when I go, I can't scoop the leg. So what's my option? My bottom leg, which is flat, I stretch it towards the camera. So I just clean the mat with your leg, and see that brings his leg out. Now I can go from behind and scoop his foot into my legs. Now I need to get his knee in my legs. So what do? Don't crisscross your feet here like this. Keep your feet together. And here's the detail. My top leg goes down as my bottom leg comes towards me. So it's like a scissor friction here, like this. Now I just go full. So look, top leg goes down, bottom leg towards yourself. So watch. See what happened to his knee? It came off the mat. Now you can use your hand if you want, or you can use your elbow. I like to use my elbow, but either one is fine. To push his knee inside your leg. And only until this knee is inside your leg do you then turn around. A common mistake is people go here, and then they try and turn, but this knee is still up, and then it just puts you back into it puts him back into 3/4 mount. So I scissor my legs, I push his knee in, and now, depending on what kind of guard you like to play, if you like to play half guard, I turn and block the crossface, or I turn and block the crossface and put your hand on the shoulder to then shrimp out and get my full guard. Okay? So, rewatch this video a few times. There's a couple key details. The main thing, though, is don't let that top arm go past the center of your teammate's body. Keep that frame connection. And then when you're ready to take his leg, just scissor your legs like this. Of course, you keep your knees tight. Just like this. Top leg goes down, bottom leg goes up. And that's going to elevate his leg so you can push it in. And then you can turn over and play what kind of guard you want to play.